Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Defamation lawsuits are among the most commonly reported legal battles in Singapore. From politicians to business owners and even ordinary citizens, defamation claims arise when someone's reputation is harmed due to false statements. But before rushing to the courts to sue for defamation, it is important to know that under the state court's practice directions, a claimant must first issue a letter of claim under Appendix F before commencing legal proceedings. Failing to do so can have serious consequences. In this video, we will discuss a brief overview of defamation law in Singapore, the requirement to issue a letter of claim before starting a defamation lawsuit, what happens if this requirement is not complied with, and a commentary on the impact of this requirement on legal proceedings. In Singapore, defamation law is primarily governed by the Defamation Act and the Common Law of Defamation, which follows English legal principles. Defamation occurs when a statement is published, meaning it is communicated to a third party. The statement is defamatory in that it lowers the reputation of the plaintiff in the eyes of society, and the statement refers to the plaintiff or claimant. There are two types of defamation: libel, which refers to written or published defamation such as in newspapers, blogs, or social media, and slander, which refers to spoken defamation such as false accusations made in public speeches or conversations. To win a defamation lawsuit in Singapore, a claimant does not need to prove actual damage to their reputation. The law assumes damage if the statement is defamatory. However, defendants, the people who get sued, can raise defenses such as justification by proving that the statement is true, or fair comment by showing that the statement was an honest opinion on a matter of public interest, or qualified privilege by proving that the statement was made in circumstances where the speaker had a duty to communicate it, such as reporting to authorities. Singapore courts have pre-action protocols to encourage dispute resolution before litigation in the courts. For defamation claims, Appendix F of the State Court's Practice Directions requires a claimant to issue a letter of claim before filing a lawsuit. This letter of claim must include a clear description of the defamatory statements, the identity of the person making the statements, the medium in which the statements were published, the reasons why the statements are defamatory, the remedies sought, such as an apology, a retraction, monetary compensation, and a deadline for the defendant to respond, typically within 14 days. The aim of this protocol is to encourage early settlement and reduce unnecessary litigation. If the defendant provides a reasonable response or offers a public apology, the matter may be resolved without going to court. Failure to comply with Appendix F can result in serious consequences. Firstly, the court may refuse to hear the case. The courts in Singapore expect strict compliance with procedural rules. If a claimant fails to send a letter of claim before filing a lawsuit, the court may order them to first comply with the Appendix F before proceeding further. Secondly, there may be adverse cost consequences. If the claimant does not issue a letter of claim and proceeds directly to litigation, the court may view it as unreasonable conduct. So even if the claimant wins the case, the court may reduce the damages awarded or penalize the claimant by ordering them to pay a portion of the defendant's legal costs. Thirdly, the defendant may use it as a defense. If a plaintiff fails to follow the pre-action protocol, the defendant may argue that the plaintiff did not attempt to resolve the matter amicably, which can negatively impact the case. Requiring a letter of claim before a defamation lawsuit makes practical sense. It encourages early settlement, as not every defamation dispute needs to end up in court. Some defendants may not have intended harm and may be willing to issue an apology or correction, avoiding costly legal battles. It also filters out frivolous claims, as defamation lawsuits can be abused by individuals or corporations trying to silence critics. This pre-action protocol ensures that only serious claims go forward. Additionally, it saves time and costs, as litigation is expensive. Issuing a letter of claim allows both parties to negotiate an out-of-court settlement, saving time and money. However, one potential downside is that the requirement adds extra steps before a lawsuit can be filed. If a defamatory statement is spreading quickly online, immediate legal action may be needed to prevent further damage. Nonetheless, compliance with the pre-action protocol remains mandatory. Ultimately, this requirement strikes a balance between protecting reputations and ensuring that legal action is a last resort rather than a first response. To conclude, defamation law in Singapore protects individuals from false and damaging statements. Appendix F of the State Court's Practice Directions requires a letter of claim before starting a lawsuit. Failure to comply can result in case dismissal, cost penalties, or reduced damages. This requirement promotes fair and efficient resolution of defamation disputes. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.